inside Grinzinger Sun. There's going to be good tempo. I don't think they're going to try and lead. I think they might have learnt their lesson last time from a tough gate, so they might look to sit behind the speed. And the best form from last preparation is in better racing than this.
All right, number 4 is Tapo. Gwenda Johnson trains this galloper. It's had one start at the track, no placings, but it's been pretty consistent in its career. Placed 14 of 28.
Well, that happens when you tend to get to the front and roll along. And it's got Hayley Spitz, 4 kilos. It's got barrier 1. Guess what they're going to try and do?
You'd be mad not to.
Handlebars down, I reckon. This is the one they're going to have to cross. Very fast horse early. They'll try and lead them up. Comes out of a benchmark 62 at Bendigo, where didn't get to the lead, or at least was pressured in the lead, and then probably wasn't at its best. This horse is at its best when it's able to roll along. There is a ton of pressure up on speed today, and that's going to be the query.
And another one of those who'll be up there vying for the lead is Billy Bronx, who looked really good leading throughout last time for Tom Dabernig. She's a mare that has seemingly improved a lot since joining the Dabernig yard.
Well, she only had the one run for Tom Dabernig, and that was over the 1200 at Warrnambool, and went straight to the front, ran him along, and it was a very good win. She won by a space. I will say, when this horse was with the Peter Hardacre yard, it runs some good ratings in Adelaide, over a little bit further than this, but you can't knock that first up run, can you? It comes back in trip, interestingly enough, off the back of that, and that is a little bit of a question mark. 22nd of September, it ran over 1200. Yes, it was a benchmark 56. It's harder here. They'll likely go forward. They might end up just behind the speed, coming back in trip. Interesting runner. Can it continue on its upward spiral for the new yard?
Another one that's going to be up on speed is Regal Tycoon. Drawn a good gate. Maybe this is the horse that could get the box run behind.
You talk about consistent. 10 starts, only won once, but 9 second and third placing. So it's never finished outside the top 3. Drawn nicely, barrier 5, Johnny McArdle. It's another horse who likes to lead. Second up after a good run at Bendigo, actually comes through the same race as Tarpo. Now, Tarpo just wasn't able to go with Regal Tycoon on that occasion, so it may have the wood on it here. It does draw a little bit more awkwardly, though. And
as you can see with the new recalibrated Bet365 market, Regal Tycoon is the favourite now at around about $2.60. Number 9 is In Time of Need from the Dennis Julius stable. What chance today?
Another horse that likes to roll along up on the speed. The 2 jump outs for returning here have been really nice, to be honest. First and second at Cranbourne over the 800. Both of them were solid pieces of work. The concern is a draw off the track, barrier 8 in a race where there's plenty of pressure underneath, and its better runs have come in easier racing than this. 0 to 58 was its last win. It's been batting around fairly in some races similar, but again, just that pressure underneath. The first 200 metres of this race is going to make a big difference. Which of these horses naturally begins to their best?
Next horse we're going to have a look at is number 12, and that is She Dares the Devil. Last time out at Ballarat, can you make a case for improvement?
Her last 3 runs have been a bit below par. She had 2 solid runs to start the preparation, running placings at Sandown and Mornington in much stronger races than this. Then she's just gone missing a little bit lately. She has a bit of class for a race like this, but she's out of form. So if you wanted to play something at a price, you didn't want to take something a bit shorter in the market, she's one to include.
She's impeccable, trained by Shane Jackson, first up today.
First up, 2 jump outs, well held in both of them. Unproven outside maiden company still. Did win the maiden on debut, last preparation of Mount Gambier. 2 subsequent runs were only fair.
And the second last horse is Sistine Tunnel number 15. Blinkers go on for the first time today. Is Sistine, we're looking at 17.
Been scratched as well. Is that a late scratch?
Gee, it must be late scratching because it's not in my form. So anyway, it is out. So let's go to Rich and Joyful now, number 17 from the Ken and Casey Keys stable with Craig Newitt in the saddle.
Needs further, basically. It's a horse who got over further in both last preparations, and the first up run at Ballarat over the 1,000 got back and just got through the line steadily. So one that I would suggest would find it tough to be winning here unless they were really folding late.
All right, you've got to rejig your numbers here. If you just joined us, Grinzinger Sun has been a late scratching, the favourite. So who have you now got on top?
Good question. I've got Billy Bronx on top just from the way that, because it was second horse previously. I still... Majesticity will get a nice camp behind them. Regal Tycoon will roll forward and from a nice enough gate should probably sit outside the leader. But look, I'll stick with Billy Bronx on top. What price are we getting? $2.90. It is a touch shorter than I'd like to be taking, but it was impressive winning an easier race last time out.
All right, let's head out to Kate Watts, who's got a bit more information regarding the scratching of the favourite, the late scratching of Grinzinger's son here. Kate, have you had a chat to the connections?
Yeah, I have, Michael. I've spoken to Jack Howard representing the Danny O'Brien team, and they said with this mare, it definitely was the track upgrade, and it was in consultation too with Billy Egan, who had ridden in races 1 and then, as we saw, also took out the win in the previous event, race number 3, and they just thought that it's a good 3 that we've already had the upgrade, and a number of jockeys apparently had said to the stable too that it's maybe even on the firmer side of that. So they were just going to play it safe with her today. She's a mare that can get good results, as we've seen on good ground, including with Billy Egan on board, but that's closer to a good 4, and they think it's just too firm for her here today.
Information. Disappointing for Connections, disappointing for those who liked it today, and the 15 also has been a late scratching Sistine Tunnel as well. So I'm not sure, we haven't got information as yet whether that was because of the track upgrade.
Yes,
it is.
I've found that from the stewards now, so
right,
that's another one.
Two coming out. We'll keep an eye. There may be others that come out a little later in the day, but the 2 coming out with the track upgrade, 2 and
Amy
15.
McDonald runner comes out later today too. Not
Okay.
in the market though.
Here's a first look at the market, guys. Regal Tycoon is our $2.70 favourite. Obviously just needs to convert some of those placings into wins. Billy Bronx is the only last start winner in the race, $2.80. Has been well supported just in the last couple of minutes. Majesticity is there at $5. In Time of Need, $10. Tarpo, $13. And She's Impeccable, $26. But it looks like a good go between the 2 favourites. Billy Bronx is the one they've come for just in the last 30 seconds. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Let's head back out to Kate and see what Tom Dabenig thinks of Billy Bronx's chance in this race.
Yeah, Tom, not in a bad way for Billy Bronx to be able to start the career with you guys to get a nice win. Just seemed to have a class edge on them last start.
Yes, no, she trialled well, and we thought that the distance might be a little bit short, but she really sprinted well fresh. And then I was talking to the owner, we thought we'd give her another one on the short side and then possibly go up to 1400. So her second up record doesn't read all that good on paper, but on the way that she's come through the first up run and worked, if I hadn't read the form, I'd say she would run well. So hopefully she can do it again.
She's not the biggest horse, but seems to have a nice high cruising speed. Does she need to roll forward? How do you see this map for her?
She led in one at Warrnambool, but they're probably going to go a little bit quicker here. So she's drawn a good gate. Yeah, she doesn't have to lead. She might be, first 4, getting a nice run, I think.
What about Jade Smith, who was able to get the result, the 4 kilo claiming apprentice last start with this mare, and I think she's had the afternoon off school to be able to come here again for year 12 too. But she looks a really promising type with a lot of upside herself, this apprentice.
Yeah, she's had 3 winners for us, and I think at 4 kilos she's only got 1 winner to go. So I'd say that won't be around for long, but no, she rides well, and she's been in and around horses her whole life, so that's always a bit of a head start.
Well, they're moving in now. Good luck here and good luck with your gelding in the next. That's Tom Dabening. They're making their way into the gates. Let's head upstairs to Adam.
Regal Tycoon. And there's just one more to load, and that She's Impeccable. This is the Platinum Homes Fillies and Mares Handicap Race 4. Over the 1100, starters around, lights on. She's Impeccable moved in. Field set. And off they go. She Dares the Devil was slow. Regal Tycoon first to go. Lands a half in front of Tapo, Rich and Joyful and Majesticity. Followed by In Time of Need. Billy Bronx beaten for speed today is back with She's Impeccable and She Dares the Devil as they hit this first turn with 800 to go, and Tapo's going to push through along the inside and head off Regal Tycoon. Just on a length to In Time of Need. Majesticity in 4th place, then Rich and Joyful, Billy Bronx, She Dares the Devil, and a length on She's Impeccable as they roll down to the 500. And Tapo led down to the turn from Regal Tycoon and In Time of Need. Then came Rich and Joyful, Majesticity, She Dares the Devil, Billy Bronx trying to edge out wider, deeper still She's Impeccable as they turned into the straight. Tapo headed by Regal Tycoon. Majesticity can't reach them. In Time of Need, Rich and Joyful out wider, but Regal Tycoon's off and away. I think it's her turn today. 100 to go. She gapped them. Tapo holds down second, but Regal Tycoon wins well. Regal Tycoon 2.5 to Tapo. Rich and Joyful third from In Time of Need. Majesticity, and She's Impeccable. Billy Bronx just couldn't get into it today, and last in was She Dares the Devil. So after a career of minor placing seemingly, she just had the one win before today. She's been a dominant winner today. She sat outside of Tapo, headed that runner turning for home, and then she's dashed clear. And it didn't look in too much doubt once she cleared out with around 200 metres to go. Regal Tycoon, a big winner here. Tapo runs in second. Rich and Joyful will be third. And In Time of Need perhaps is fourth there amongst Majesticity and She's Impeccable, I think, the other one there. So we'll just await fourth to be confirmed. But the victor is Regal Tycoon, number 8, who's a 4-year-old mare by Ridden Tycoon for John McArdle and Jamie Mott. Defeating 4, Tapo, a mare by Frosted, Gwen Johnston, Hayley Spitzer, and 17, Rich and Joyful third, a mare by Rich Enough for the Keys and Craig Newitt. Fourth does go to In Time of Need, and fifth was Majesticity. So your interims are 8, 4, 17 and 9. The margins are 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and the race time was 1:05.27. And that's nearly a second slower than what they ran in the opening race today, won by Tennessee Bound. So there promised to be a bit of speed in that race on paper. It just never eventuated that way. Tapo led. Regal Tycoon set outside it. They've been the Quinella horses there. Regal Tycoon at 260 on the VOP takes out race number 4 as we head down to Kate.
Joining him by Kelvin representing the team, and she'd been so consistent, top 3 in all 10 of her runs, and now gets the win.
Yeah, she really deserved that. Jamie, beautiful ride, controlled the race from outside the leader and put them away well.
Had that been the plan? We knew there'd be a bit of speed from a horse like Tapo as well, and just to be in that 1-1.
Yeah, Jamie he knew there was speed. He just wanted to jump quick and put himself there and then sort of control it from there. So it was well put together.
Why do you guys think it's taken this time? We know that she likes to also be able to lob on speed to be able to get that other win. As we get Jamie making his way in here too. So congratulations to you in the team. We'll bring him in. Jamie, we're just saying, obviously a really, really consistent mare. You've had a bit to do with her, and she deserved a nice win.
Yeah, she did. She went terrific first up, just missed, and she'd improved into today, and today looked like a really nice race for her. And obviously she was going to be on speed, but when I was able to come back off the leader, she really switched off great, and I felt like we cruised through that middle stages. And once we did that, I was confident that she'd give me a kick, and she kicked really well. And a little surprised with how good she did kick, actually, but good win. And as you said, she's so consistent. She's never run a bad race.
What kind of level do you think she could get to? Because there's consistency and there's this, and then to get another one on the board, and she seemed to appreciate this.
Yeah, look, I'm not sure where she'll get to, but I think she'll be a horse that, a bit like her brother, each preparation I think she'll improve. And I'm not sure, as I said, I'm not sure where she gets to, but she'll continue to improve each prep. And yeah, you'd love to own her, because every time she goes to the races, she just performs so well, and she doesn't know how to run bad.
Can we see Pinstripe maybe surprise, get a result in the Toorak hopefully?
Hopefully, yeah. Look, he's in great shape. If he's drawn good, if he gets the right run, and I'm able to blend in when I want to, they'll know he's there for sure.
You're not in too bad shape yourself. Well, nice result.
Thanks, Kate.
Well done to Jamie Mott, well done to Johnny McArdle, and connections there of Regal Tycoon. Talk about consistent, as you mentioned, Sammy. 11 starts now, finally gets its second win, never missed a place. And the way that race shaped after the scratching of the favourite, Grinzinger Sun, and probably a little less speed than had been anticipated on paper as well. It really played into its hands.
So this is Tapo inside, who's got a ton of speed in the apprentice. Now, I was interested to see the way that they sort of just rolled up to the front and then got there easy. There wasn't a lot of pressure even from the outside In Time of Need, who might have gone and put the pressure on and was just happy to sit out there. You can see the way they stack it up here as well. Gets a horse like Majesticity who gets, sorry, it's a bit fuzzy just as I do that. gets a little bit on heels. Now, that is your favourite or equal favourite, Billy Bronx. Had no speed whatsoever early, and the young apprentice just maybe instead of diving back towards the inside and going for that saving ground run, which is where you probably want to be, makes that wider run there and gets in a little bit of trouble. So there's a bit of a forgive there as you see Billy Bronx finding a bit of trouble back. Would not have figured in the finish the way that the race was panning out because, as Monty said, they just backed off through those middle stages, and Regal Tycoon just sat outside of Tarpo and was far, far, far too good in the end. Sprinted well, has been so consistent of late and got the job done. And well done to Monty. Senior jockey did a great job, controlled it and had the right horse.
The speed tells the tale, doesn't it, in the time. They ran almost a second slower than the debutant, the first, who's a pretty nice horse, but that just played into the hands of the winner.
Yes, 7 lengths slower it was, and that was a length slower than benchmark. So
forgive Billy Bronx, as you say, like we're just not in the right spot. So
well, that horse is going to 1,400 metres.
Yep.
We heard that previously, and that's where the best ratings from South Australia came as well. So if you're a Billy Bronx fan and you're following, I don't think you need to be jumping off.
And I think just with this track, guys, it's getting firmer and firmer. It's going to be harder and harder to circle the field back and wide.
You want to be on the paint.
100%.
You've got to be saving that ground. You've got to be sucking up the inside behind those runners as they're fanning. Not one horse has made ground out wide today, and you might say, oh, I've seen a couple of horses making ground in the straight. They have, but they've had to cut that corner.
Yep.
They're not making that long fanning run.
Punters are onto it. I know the favourite got scratched, but the next favourite, the second favourite, was that winner there. So it's been a punter's paradise. Have you got a little juice for us? Because we lost the Mega Boost horse.
We do.
Can you do something for us in the next?
Unfortunately, Grinzinga's son, who obviously would have won that race.
Oh, absolute certainty.
Absolute certainty. Obviously, we lost that Mega Boost. So race 5 now, number 1, Charlotte, is our new Mega Boost. You can see it on screen there. $3.20 up to $4. If you did back Grinzinga's son, you would have got your money back. You can reinvest it on our new Mega Boost.
And this comes with my stamp of approval. So pass through me first.
Okay.
Bang.
Bang.
New Mega Boost.
First leg of the quaddie. Pockets are full. We can play that. Charlotte, the Mega Boost horse, coming up very soon. We'll take a break. Hope you're in front, surely. On the other side of this, well, we know Sammy Lyons has got a very big social media footprint. This man's got an even bigger one because the racing blogger is coming to the carnival.